What's going on, everyone? I'm the Passionista, Erica Dela Cruz. Welcome to Passion to Paycheck, tips, tales, and tweetables from people pursuing their dreams, where we dive right into the trials, tribulations, and vulnerabilities between the passion and the paycheck. Today, my guest is none other than Shandell Love, philanthropist, creative director, actress, and producer. Thank you.
Stand by, we're going to take that again. Stand by one more time.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Go ahead, talk. How loud are you going to talk?
Probably at this level, maybe?
All right, stand by.
Okay.
It's good.
You got this, girl. Thanks for that
Shandell
amazing
Love,
intro.
girl. You should use creative director. I'm serious about that.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, sound test, Eric, one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ABC.
Want to listen to it? Yeah.
That's the compressor on. Let me see.
Go ahead, talk a little bit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8.
Let me hear my guest.
Hi, I'm here, Shandell.
Okay,
On
let
the
me
mic.
go back to my host.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to keep going.
Stand by.
Keep going on for me, Erica.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go back to my guest.
Hi, my name is Shandell Love, and I'm here with the most amazing host in the world. Can I get a whoop, whoop, whoop? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Erica, one more time.
We're taking it back to the bay. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Back
5.
to my guest.
It's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay, one more time, Erica.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 9, 8.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Cool.
All right, go for it.
You want to listen or?
No.
Yeah, I wanted to meet Melissa. She seems
right.
very
Go
sweet.
for it.
So let's take it. I'm going to give you a countdown. And 3, 2, 1, and action.
Hey everyone, I'm the Passionista, Erica Dela Cruz, and you're watching Passion to Paycheck, tips, tales, and tweetables from people pursuing their dreams. And in today's show, we're diving right into the trials, tribulations, and vulnerabilities between the passion and the paycheck. Here with me today is none other than philanthropist, creative director, actress, and producer. Please welcome Miss Shandell Love.
Thank you.
Hello, how are you?
I am so happy to be here with you.
I'm super excited you're on the show, Shandell.
Thank you.
I gave you a mini title intro, but really you do so many things. You're a creative director for a perfume line. You have a clothing line out. You act. You're also producing a show, I know.
Yes.
What else don't you, like, is there anything you don't do?
No.
Yeah, you have it all down. So let's take it all the way back because
Okay.
you've accomplished a lot. And I know that recently you came out as well with your writing. You have a blog called The Moxie.
Yeah.
Awesome. So often for creatives, and which is the show, Passion to Paycheck, they have a passion and they don't really know how to take the action to turn that into something that's tangible.
Yeah.
And eventually to generate revenue from it. But you seem to have done all these different things you're passionate about. So there's something that makes you the 10% of the population who says, yes, I'm passionate about it and I'm going for it. What do you think that is? Do you have this inkling, and like what makes you take the action on all of these ideas?
To be honest, I would soak it up and say that I just am very clear about the fact that I only have one life to live. I only have one chance. Tomorrow's not promised. And I want to look back at my life and say I didn't hold back. I have no regrets, and I did everything I wanted to do.
Right.
So every time I have an idea, instead of holding myself back or getting in my own way, I'm like, you know what, why not? Instead of asking myself, why am I gonna do this? It's why not?
Love it. So basically, you'd rather regret taking the chances than the chances you didn't take.
Exactly. Totally.
I love that.
Yeah.
So let's kick it all the way back. Some of our viewers, maybe people who are starting out inside of what they're passionate about, it doesn't happen overnight. So tell us a little bit about how you started. Like, what project was it that ignited your flame and got you started in all of this? Or was it a pivotal moment maybe where you weren't doing what you loved?
That's what it was. It was, I graduated from UNLV and I got my real estate license at 18, and I was experiencing a lot of financial success, but I felt like something was missing, and what that was my creativity. And it took a lot of soul searching and time to figure it out and really think, like, you know, there's that saying, when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And
I love that.
Yeah,
That's our
and
motto.
so
Yeah.
I was like, you know, what is that thing for me? And I think through trial and error and figuring it out, I moved to LA, I went to FITM. That's how I started my fashion line. But again, there was like more inside of me that was like, you know, do this, try this. And when I really dove into acting, I fell in love, like as you would with a human being. I was like, this is the one.
Right.
But at the same time, I didn't want to give up the other projects and passion projects that I had built. And so many people were like, you can't do multiple things. You have to focus on one thing. And I'm like, I can do anything. I can do whatever I want. Who's going to stop me?
Yeah. See, okay, there's a level of confidence in speaking with you that surpasses a lot of the general population, right? With creatives, we often find they're passionate about 10 things, but instead of pursuing the 10 things, they're actually experiencing this paralysis where they pursue none of them. So
Yeah.
was there something that flipped the switch for you that you just claimed, this is okay, this is who I am, and I'm confident in pursuing the clothing line and the acting and just like creating your, you know, your artistic repertoire, if you will?
I guess I have a little tiny rebellious spirit where when people tell me I can't do something, it really fuels my fire. And I'm like, oh, you don't think I can do all these things? Well, you know what? I'm gonna show you that I can.
Got it.
And even deeper than that is that I'm not just creating for the sense of I have nothing to do, let's just create to create. Everything that I make and I put my time and energy into has a purpose for me. Mm-hmm. And so that is what makes me feel like I have to keep going. I have to live out my purpose, because what I have to offer is a gift for the world. It's not just for myself and my own self-fulfillment.
I love that. And that's one of the things we hone in on in Passion to Paycheck is your passion isn't just something you like to do. Yeah. It's a soul contract to live out in order to contribute your gifts to the world.
Totally.
So I really hear that in your career path thus far. So I want to pivot a little.
Okay.
You mentioned naysayers, right? Like when you're booed, or if there's someone who thinks that you can't do something, it fuels you.
Yeah.
Was there a specific instance where you experienced that sort of negativity or maybe like lack of belief in your trajectory?
Well, you say about me being confident, right? That is something I had to work on, and so my biggest naysayer was myself and my own self-doubt. And then I just put the work in. I took classes. I listened to motivational YouTube videos. I read books. I was like, if you don't believe in yourself and what you're doing, nobody is going to believe in you. So yeah, there's lots of people in my life, family members, friends, strangers, people that I've looked up to, other artists, different creatives, tons of people. Everyone's going to have an opinion, but your opinion is the only one that really matters. And so that's the one that has to be the strongest voice.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I hear that you're sustaining your own well-being by nurturing what you're consuming inside of like mindset, motivational content. So many people say, oh, personal development, that's not my bag. Go work on, someone else go work on yourself. And yet, if you want to get stronger physically, you go to the gym.
Exactly.
So would you say if you want to get stronger mentally, it does help to be the audience member for shows like this, for shows on YouTube, podcasts that uplift you?
Totally. Like I want to be a voice for people, to let them know that like although life is not easy and no one has all the answers, that just like you're saying, we can feed ourselves good information, good thoughts, good vibrations, positivity to empower ourselves and keep us going during those times that we feel like we're wavering or it's not so easy.
I love it. The way you put good food in the body,
Yeah.
same results. Put good content in the mind.
And your heart and your soul. And then I feel like the more that you fill yourself up, the more you have to give to others.
That's gorgeous. Fill your cup first so then you can serve it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So let's talk about your creative spirit. You have so many projects going on. You are co-producing Married with Friends. Is that the name of the upcoming show?
Yes.
2019, right?
Yes.
And you also star in it?
I do, correct.
Okay. And I happen to know Roberto out on Amazon and iTunes soon. You also have one of the lead roles as a detective.
Correct.
Okay. So what is it for you that fuels you to come and perform? Because sometimes you have clothing line, you have a perfume line. Often people stop at the business part, but you seem to be really, really thriving in the acting portion. So how do you balance and juggle all of that? Tell us a little bit about the projects.
Okay, well, to answer your question, how do I do everything, or how do I put all that energy into acting? I think a lot of actors who sustain their careers in that business, they act because they have to. Like for me, it's like I have to act like I have to breathe. So I can absolutely not live without it. So it's not even an option.
It is your passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other things I do, I find that, you know, acting is such up and down. You know, it's like you finish a project, boom, you're unemployed again. And you don't know. I mean, it would be lovely, and I'm sure that day will come when I have project after project, but there's always going to be those in-between times when you're waiting for that next project, which is why I chose to create Married with Friends, because I'm like, you know what? Instead of waiting, start creating, right?
I love that. Wait. Everyone, if you're out there watching, instead of waiting, start creating.
Yeah.
I'm taking that from my personal books, and I love it.
Yeah.
So you got the role on Roberto.
Yeah.
However, you created the show Married with Friends.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Which one?
Married with Friends.
Okay, so Married with Friends, the motivation behind the show started with a married couple who are married in real life, and they are so inspiring. I've been engaged a few times, never been married, so I can't relate.
We're going to talk about that after this. We're going to talk about that.
So I can't relate to being married, but they show me just in their everyday life what marriage really can be and bring to your life and symbolize. So the idea was to create a show around that, but not to just stop at marriage. There's so many dynamics that we could grow from. So like you're married, but then you have your single friends. So it's like, how do you balance that dynamic of hanging out with your single friends and their ideas and their concepts and opinions, and then you have a married couple who's trying to live a happy, healthy married life.
Everyone in America resonates with that statement. You know, when you have that friend that you just hang and you kick it with, all of a sudden she finds the love of her life and she's gone, or
and she's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, so is that what the show dives into a little bit?
A little bit, yeah, as well as a bunch of different issues. We talk about body image issues. The lead character, she's really big into health. And we want to talk about and bring light to mental health and physical health, and how important it is to pay attention to and to put time into and energy into making sure you have like a real grasp on what your mental and physical health is and how that determines your life and your future.
So you incorporated your personal habits into the show for the characters. Got it.
I mean, I want the show to be real and relatable and really touch people's hearts. And I feel like the only way to do that is to pull from your real life experiences.
Gorgeous. So you're repurposing your life as content, and we can all enjoy it.
Let's just put it all out there.
Right. No, Chandel's filling herself up so that the general public, we can enjoy your art in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just about me. It's also about providing a platform for other actors to come and do what they're great at, and for them to build their their name and show the world what they're capable of through the show that we're creating.
So you're empowering other artists to take a step into the roles and just like amplify the passion we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, like, okay, for this show for Roberto, they interviewed, I mean, some shows they interview thousands of actors. For Roberto, they interviewed a few hundred for my role and for all the roles, and I was the lucky person to get that part. Thank God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I feel like there's a lot of actors that I know personally and that are out there that haven't gotten that opportunity yet. And it's not that it's not coming, but I feel like we need more people to create so that we can create more opportunities for people.
Wow, yeah, the platform for others to come and get that lucky break.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. All right, so you mentioned being engaged, never married, and I happen to know that your new perfume line stemmed from one of those relationships, right?
Correct.
Give us the backstory, and then I want to smell and test this fragrance.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so I was dating this wonderful person for 5 years.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, timing, whatever, we chose to split ways. However, while I was dating him, I could never wear perfume because his allergies were so bad.
So he was allergic to you.
Basically.
Basically, my fiance's allergic to me.
No, I'm just joking. No, so, but as a woman, I was like, I want to feel pretty. I want to smell good. I want to smell fresh. I want to, you know, I just love that little extra thing. So I was like, what can I do? And I started sourcing different fragrances. And what I discovered was that if I could find something that didn't contain any alcohol, then that would lessen his allergies. And so I started searching different oils that had absolutely no alcohol in them, but I couldn't really find something that I would like pinpoint, and I was like, oh, I love it. I couldn't find anything like that. So I kept searching and I found different oils and I started mixing them together. And what I did was I created my own formula, and I loved it. And it's a mixture between white and red roses, which brings, it has a very high attraction and virility and hope qualities, and lavender, which is great for calming, especially in a city where there's millions of people and you're in traffic and you're just like, oh, I need to
Where is my inner peace?
Where's my perfume? No.
Where's my perfume?
Yeah, so it has a little bit of lavender, and then my favorite part of it is the orchid. That's what really gives it that elegant, elevated scent. So I mixed all together and I just started wearing it for myself. I loved it. And then all my friends were like, what is this that you're wearing? I love it. And I was like, oh, it's just this little thing I made.
Whipped up.
And then
like a casserole, you just whip it up, put it on, your friends want to know what it is.
Yeah, and then like, just the nature of who I am, I'm like, okay, well, like if everyone loves it, let me put it out there for everyone. So because I already had the clothing line where I have women's wear and it's very high-end and elegant and quality, I was like, well, this is a perfect way to incorporate the fragrance into the line and make it available for everyone.
That's amazing. That's a true passionista, is you don't find a fragrance you like, so you create one.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. I thought I had problems because my fiance is allergic to cats, but you know, he's not allergic to me, so I don't know what I would have I don't know what I would have done if I were in that position. And this is gorgeous and stunning, and you'd think without alcohol, like, what is it going to smell, you know, natural? Am I going to be thinking I'm going to cook with it? This is gorgeous and rosy, and I'm getting that hint of orchid that you mentioned, right? It's beautiful. So where can everyone find the line?
You can find it online, ChandelLoveCollection.com.
Perfect. Oh,
and,
this is gorgeous.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, you're going to stay with me all day, literally.
Yeah, well, here's the thing that I really love about it is because there isn't any alcohol and because it's all natural, it's going to mix with your natural scent, so I kind of want to smell it on you. So it's unique to you in that sense.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wait, here, maybe this one.
So you pick up the sweeter tones.
Oh, really?
So you can smell it on me. It's completely different.
Oh my God.
Right?
So basically you're saying that it adapts given the person
it's a natural oil.
Who's wearing it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which is cool.
All right. So what does that say? Are you like reading my aura via perfume right now?
I wouldn't go that far, but
I like it though. I think this says a few good things about me. Amazing. So you can find it online along with the clothing collection.
Yeah.
Cool. And to tie the bow on it, you also write.
Yes.
And I am a fan of your blog. It's called The Moxie. Where can people access that, and tell us a little of what they'll experience?
Okay, so the Moxie, what that means, it's basically this determination factor where you are going to be unstoppable. You're not going to let anything get in your way. And it takes a certain type of nerve and audacity and person to persevere and be relentless in their pursuit, whatever that is.
I love it.
So what I like to do is I created the Moxie as a way to highlight people and what they're doing, whether it's entrepreneurs, whether it's actors, artists, musicians, designers, hostess with the mostest.
Sign me on the Moxie.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a way to highlight what they're doing and let people know. I mean, I feel like there's a bunch of mainstream news that we're bombarded with, and there's a bunch of people who are really worthy of being known, and that's what the Moxie is. And you can find that on themoxiela.com.
Themoxiela.com.
Yeah.
Awesome. And any parting words of wisdom, something you wish that you had heard when you were starting out?
Oh my gosh, do we have time for that? No, I'm just kidding.
Come on, give us a one-liner that's going to change lives.
Well, that's a lot of pressure, Erica.
I know. Well, pretend you're talking
How
to
about
me.
you give me one, because I feel like you know.
Well, you know what? What did you say earlier that I was piggy banking? Something about what fill up your own cup first, or something along the lines that you are basically creating and sustaining so that you can give out to others.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like that's the biggest one, is that you have to be full so that you can give. And you want to be, one thing I heard recently that I loved.
See? It came out.
Is that, you know, when life shakes you, because it will, whatever you're filled with, like in a cup, is going to fall over. Ooh. It's going to come out. So really try to be filled with goodness and love, so that when life does shake you, that's what comes out and not anything else.
That's beautiful.
So,
Thank you so much for being on the show today, Shandell.
Thank you.
If you want to hear more from Shandell, visit @ShandellLove on all social platforms, and to visit her blog, head to themoxiela.com. You're watching Passion to Paycheck. For more interviews of tips, tales, and tweetables from people pursuing their dreams, check us out on the Focus Network.
Thank you.